It's time for Hutchinson Community College Sports. The Blue Dragons on Eagle Radio are brought to you in part by Rothy Family Flooring, Anchor In and Anchor Away, Erickson Custom Building, H&R Block, APAC Kansas, Shears Division, Prairie Star Health Center, First National Bank, The Medicine Shop, Ashcraft Pharmacy, Reno County Area Transit, RCAT, Next Tech Wireless, Midwest Ford and Toyota, Salt City Pawn, Amelia Bedelia's, Brickhouse Boutique, and these Sportscaster Club members, Lowen Corporation, Burning Chiropractic, Dr. Robert Epp, Portfolio Recovery, Green Vision Group, Craig Barkley Plumbing, and Mega Manufacturing. All the exciting action of the Blue Dragons is on now. Let's go to the broadcast booth for the play-by-play with the Eagle Sports Crew on Eagle Radio.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Concordia, Kansas, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Glenn Grumlow, your host, joined by Darren Dunn this evening at the Thunderdome in Concordia, Kansas, on the campus of Cloud County Community College. The Lady T-Birds, 10-3, hosts the Lady Blue Dragons tonight. Hutchinson comes in at 11-0. Cloud County unranked, but a good team in 10-3. And the Blue Dragons have moved up one slot to number 7 in the last rankings that came out yesterday. And this is the last game before the Christmas break. They will have their Holiday Classic. We'll talk more about that. That'll be taking place between Christmas and New Year's at the Sports Arena. Actually, that will also be a big games coming up on the 28th and 29th. We'll talk more about those a little bit later on as Iowa Western and Ellsworth come in. But first thing first, wrap up the first semester, Darren, with Cloud County, a team that beat the Dragons last year here on this Thunderdome court. Hutchinson was able to get an overtime win on the home court down at the Sports Arena. But, you know, Brett Erkenbrack, 30 years in coaching, the senior statesman of all the coaches in the Jayhawk Conference. The same talk with Tony Hobson over there, who's the Fort Hays State coach. He gets it done year in and year out.
Always seems to be a tough place to play. You mentioned that loss last year, and the guys got into a close one last year as well. And one thing we consistently bring up when you come here is how different this gymnasium is, with the way the wall is not only back behind the basketball goals with the supports coming down over the goals as well, but the way it juts out kind of in that triangle that comes at you is a little bit of a difference when you're trying to shoot the ball. So for Cloud County, those players, something they're used to, they practice with day in and day out. For the Blue Dragons, something you have to get used to in pregame and hope it starts to click within the first or second quarter.
Also a big beam across the middle of the court, a little imposing. This is where they have the sound system, as well as also they have the score numbers right up there, the clock right up in front of us as well. So it makes it kind of neat to be able for us to look at, because otherwise you're going through the angling support goals that come down for practices. They renovated this gym a few years ago. Remember, we used to be on the floor, and I was telling you in the days that I remember, we used to be up on the rail over there, and you have to be careful that you didn't fall off of a nice little standard that they have. I like the location that we're at right here. You can see everything pretty clearly. Nice
little bit of a perch to see. We're right at center court, and I remember the first time I came with you, we were down courtside, and that could be a different distraction in and of itself when you have coaches kicking the tables and pinching your knee in the middle of the woodwork.
We will take the time out for our national anthem. Will be coming up at 6 o'clock is when we'll be heading that off. So, again, this closes out the pre-Christmas part of the schedule. Just 2 more Eastern Division rivals to take care of after this trip here to Concordia. And by the way, it's just kind of weird to think of Butler and Cloud being on the east side of the conference, but they are this year. When we come back after the Christmas break, Iowa Western and Ellsworth will be the opponents on the 28th and 29th of December. Then at Allen on the 5th of January, Darren and Rusty will make that trip over to Iola. And then we're back home against Cali on the 12th. And that wraps up the first part of the East Side Conference. Just one and you're done chances with those teams over there. And then, Darren, you and I make a trip to someplace where we have never been to before. That's Northwest Kansas Tech, clear out in Goodland. That'll be coming up January 14th. So that's what the new year brings for us. Big guy is a couple of road trips, one of them to parts unknown in Goodland, Kansas that we've never been to before.
Yeah, we've seen the type of team they've been building out there over the last couple of years. So nice for Northwest Kansas Tech to finally be officially in the running.
So we will be traveling more out there, and we'll talk more about that when we get down to business as well. The standings, Hutchinson on top of the standings in that west side of the conference. Of course, the east side counts as well, but they're both individually separated until you get into Again, the Region 6 tournament, which some of the seedings will be taking place based off records and finishing top half of the conference versus the bottom half of the conference. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back and talk more about tonight's ball game. Cloud County, the Lady T-Birds, 10-3, taking on the undefeated Hutchinson Lady Blue Dragons at 11-0. We'll be back right after this.
First National Bank is always open. We've made it easier than ever to conduct all of your banking from your smartphone, tablet, or laptop. You pick the location to get started, all via fnbhutch.bank. Apply for a loan or open an account over your lunch break or from the comfort of your own home. Electronic banking everywhere you are. Get started at fnbhutch.bank. We wish you happy holidays and a very Merry Christmas from your friends at First National Bank. We're first for you.
HCC Sports is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert Epp of the Hutchinson Clinic, Barkley Plumbing, Vernon Chiropractic Center, Tim and Gina Ritter, along with Brian Strange of the Green Vision Group, Sutton Kaufman Transmission Service, Wade Patton Insurance, A&A Builders, Bold Office Shares, Mega Manufacturing, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Lowen Corporation, Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, and by Mann, Wyatt, and Rice, LLC. These Sportscaster Club members help provide funds for HCC scholarships.
For over 15 years, Erickson Custom Building has designed, built, and remodeled homes and commercial projects in central Kansas. Whether you're looking to replace a deck, wanting to build an addition, or remodel your kitchen, our customers receive individualized attention, quality craftsmanship, and exceptional customer service from start to finish. Erickson Custom Building offers new construction and remodeling services in addition to commercial and insurance projects. Visit our website today at ericksoncustombldg.com.
Welcome to the Hutchinson Medicine Shop. With the emergence of big business, not only in pharmacy, but all industries, the Medicine Shop is proud to be a thriving local business in Hutchinson. We're so thankful to our customers in Hutchinson, Reno County, and Central Kansas for your support. In turn, we're proud to be a major sponsor of the Hutch High Salthawks, as well as other area high schools, the Blue Dragons, Chiefs, Royals, Jayhawks, and Wildcats. You support us, and the Hutchinson Medicine Shop supports local sports.
Welcome back to Concordia. Glenn Grunwald, Darren Dunn. Darren, I look at the conference race. They separated out east and west. Hutchinson tied with Pratt. Hutch 4-0, Pratt 3-0. Pratt, the Lady Beavers, a little surprised with the little upstart start that they've started this year. Barton a game behind, along with Seward 3-1 and 2-1 respectively. Then it's Dodge City at 3-2, 1-2 Garden City, Colby 1-3, and Northwest Kansas Tech at 0-3. Way too early to look at those with much interest, but at the same time, the fact that Seward's sitting down at 2-1 with that loss being to Butler on the other side when they opened up conference play makes it pretty big to take care of business right here, because Cloud, on the other hand, they're tied for first place with Butler, Cowley, and Cloud on the east side of the division.
Well, I think Hutchinson's win over Butler at the Sports Arena spoke volumes. A little bit worried going into that game, especially where turnovers aren't concerned for the Blue Dragons. Weren't sure if they could turn the ball over as many times as they did against Neosho and come out victorious against the number 6 team in the nation. Ended up with 22 turnovers in that game, but there was never really a question who was in control of that basketball game. So at that time, for an 8 to control a 6, like the Blue Dragons did, I think told you a lot about this team. That's kind of hard to see when you see that team turning the ball over up and down the court.
Pratt, the other team that's tied with the Dragons in the conference race, their lone loss, a non-conference affair to Redlands. That was played at Dodge City a few games ago. So here, we're about set to get underway in just a little bit. They'll have introduction to national anthem coming your way in just a few minutes. Looking over the starting lineup, some names we remember from last year for the Lady T-Birds specifically. And one of them is Scout Frame. She's out of Kinsley, Kansas, averaging 17 points a ball game, Darren, in this season. Another one is Emily Hendrickson. She is a freshman, but she's from locally at Haven, Kansas. A good team that Haven had last year that went to state. Emily's here up in Concordia.
Yeah, a player that probably has a little bit of a chip on her shoulder coming in, wanting to do well against the Blue Dragons. Kind of probably thought being a player at Haven, being a part of that 3A third-place team that beat TMP Marion, and then to turn around and be a Central Kansas All-Star. Well, maybe I'd get looked at by Hutchinson. She doesn't, and comes out here to Cloud County, and she's she's kind of worked her way into her own and has done a good job here. Not only has she put up some good numbers off the bench, she's actually going to get a chance to start tonight against the Blue Dragons.
Brett Erkenbrack, we mentioned about being in his 30th year. He is already in the Hall of Fame. We looked at the placards on the wall, and no, Rod Zook, you're not on the Hall of Fame, but we did find your picture with a 2-mile fifth-place finish in the nation. We found you out there as well. You had hair back in those days. Right here you look, and I look across this roster, and I see a lot of Kansas kids. I see McPherson, Kansas listed, Wichita, Kansas, Eskridge, Kansas, Cunningham, Kansas, go on and on, Plainville, Kinsley, Haven, Tecumseh. Brett's done a good job of still staying with his roots, staying in Kansas. He does have an Argentina young lady on the roster as well, and a couple Oklahoma. But basically, he stayed pretty close to home in Kansas.
He has, and another name that you have to bring up would be Scout Frame from Kinsley, another that got herself into the Central Kansas All-Star game. So we've seen that around the Jayhawk Conference. Other teams, sometimes it's Hutchinson. A lot of times it's the other teams around the league taking a look at that Central Kansas All-Star game that happens in the sports arena at the high school season's end and saying, hey, these are some players that could do some good for us here at this next level.
Hutchinson Blue Dragon ladies coming off a pretty good week. Matter of fact, a pretty good season so far at 11-0, but pretty good week. At Neosho a week ago this evening, crazy game, 29 turnovers they had. We had 60 for the contest, and they were able to come away and pull away in the fourth quarter and shot 39 free throws. Not shot, but made 39 out of 49. I don't think we're going to see another night like that for some time now, but Dragon ladies led right now for the season, 15.9 points per ball game with Dejanay Roebuck. She's just solid inside.
She has been that person, once again, that presence on the inside, and it's great when she can get going along with Jada Mickens.
They're about set with the starting lineups as well as also the national anthem. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll be back with more from Concordia in 2 minutes.
Parking lots and driveways can be expensive to install. This is Derek Fees. Let APAC Kansas Shears Division help you properly maintain these investments. Patching, crack filling, sealing, and striping are just some of the services we provide. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112. Are you tired of your dusty or muddy driveway? APAC Kansas Shears Division is here to help. This is Derek Fees. Call us and ask us about our asphalt millings. If you are a do-it-yourselfer, arrange for pickup or delivery at your convenience. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
Just when you thought you were done with taxes, you got a letter from the IRS. Maybe you're being audited, or maybe you filed for an extension and still need some tax help. We at H&R Block are there for you. We don't stop working on April 15th. Our tax professionals are here to help you year-round. So if you have tax issues you need a hand with, even if H&R Block didn't do your taxes the first time around, visit our offices in Hutchinson, Lyons, or Ellsworth and let our experienced tax professionals help get you every dollar you deserve.
The Rothy family name has always been connected to serving the Hutchinson community, and you can expect the same kind of high-quality service when you visit Rothy Family Flooring. They believe you deserve to be treated like family, so they've invested in their own talented and trustworthy installers to lay your floors. No outside contractors will ever knock on your door if Rothy works for you. Let them show you their expansive selection of name-brand flooring and trust your home to the best. Rothy Family Flooring, 325 North Main, Hutchinson.
To anyone considering a change in family doctors or looking for an attentive primary care physician who's more concerned about you than your insurance, welcome to Prairie Star Health Center. We offer health care held to a higher standard with a choice of dedicated, compassionate physicians. Experience the difference you'll feel when you have a patient-centered medical home. Prairie Star Health Center, 30th and K61 in Hutchinson.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Concordia, the Thunderdome, as it's known of, and the campus of Cloud County Community College. Starting lineups about to be announced on the floor, and Darren Dunn here with the starting lineups as well. What do you got, Darren?
Well, for Cloud County, going to make a switch. Emily Hendrickson has started some on this year, but this will be her first start in conference play. The 5'3" freshman from Haven, Kansas, wearing number 3, averaging 11 points in conference. Came off the bench the other night, had 9 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds. That'll be something we talk about through the course of this game at 5'3", her ability to go out there amongst the taller players and get rebounds. Scout Frame, 5'10" sophomore from Kinsley, Kansas, wearing number 5, Number 13 at guard, a 5'7" freshman from Argentina, Chiara Di Virgilio. At number 24, a name you will hear quite often tonight, Cassidy Hoffler at forward, a 6'1" sophomore from Centralia. Had a double-double in her last outing, has 7 double-doubles now on the season, is the reigning player of the week in the Jayhawk Conference. And then at 5'7", a sophomore from McPherson, Kansas at guard, number 33, Cameron Collins. For the Blue Dragons, it's become the list of usual suspects. You've seen them start the last few games together. The 5'8" freshman out of Baldwin City, Kansas, number 2, Abby Ogle. Tia Bradshaw once again gets the nod, the 5'8" sophomore out of Dodge City, Kansas. Dejanay Roebuck, we talked about her on the inside, averaging 13.3 points in conference play, almost 16 on the season, had 17 points against Butler. Roebuck, the 5'11" sophomore from Olathe, Kansas. The 5'6" freshman at guard, number 23 from St. Paul, Minnesota, Michaela Vanette. And finally, the 6' sophomore at forward from Liberal, Jada Mickens.
John Onges in his 12th year, 325 and 69 coming in this contest. Every time he wins, it's a new Blue Dragon record. Again, going up against the grandine of them all. And again, that's Brett Erkenbrack. His father, Dennis, here in attendance as well. He's always sits in the same spot, right up behind the Cloud County bench, up high on the walkway, and he coached them in for some time. But 30 years in coaching right here at one spot for Brett Erkenbrack. Blue Dragons in their road reds, and Cloud County dressed out in their home whites with gold numerals, black and gold trim. Hutchinson with blue numerals, and we're about set to get underway. Snow up here all around. I talked to Brett a little bit, Darren. He talked about that they really got some crazy snow on that one Sunday that it hit. When we hit the snow, they had rain before they had snow. They had like a record amount of rain that fell before the snow hit.
They wanted to know how much we got. We were like, yeah, you guys took all of ours. Thank you.
Exactly. Jumping center will be the Blue Dragons' Mickens, and she will jump center. It's going to be controlled by Ogle, and Hutchinson controls the tip, and we'll have the basketball. As you watch, right to left, as you watch and listen, Roebuck, topside left. Glad to have you along on the Blue Dragon Sports Network, as well as Country 102.9, KHUT and Hutchinson. Right there's a three-pointer by Roebuck to start the game from the top of the key. Dejanay knocks it down. It's 3-0. Hutchinson with the early lead. Also tonight on KWBW, 1450 AM and 98.5 FM in Hutchinson. Outside right with the basketball is Collins. They'll whip it around the outer perimeter, left side. The Virgilio passes down inside. They'll work it down low. Shot up and good. Counts the basket. As getting foul was Hoffler. Cassidy Hoffler out of Centralia will go to the line to try to tie up this game. It's 3-2 right now. Hutchinson with the early lead. Nice little roll off that inside of the paint there, Darren.
She has been the leader of this team, and she cleared a little bit of that space, got that elbow in between her and Mickens.
Free throw toss is up and good, so she bags it to make it 3-3 apiece. Hutchinson and Cloud County. First quarter of play just underway. Dejanay Roebuck rolls to the right side. High pass out to Mickens. Start to go with the give and go, but Mickens takes it down low. Puts it on its way. Shot not there. Rebound's going to be cleared out there by Scout Frame for Cloud County, and Cloud will bring it up on the court. Guarded by Bradshaw. Number 3, Emily Hendrickson. Hendrickson crosses over to the right side, pulls up a little bit, keeps the dribble alive now. She pulls up, bounce pass to the high post, gets it back, kicks it back on the outside. Three-pointer up and on its way by Collins. Won't ring, but there for the rebound is Cloud County as they come up with it. Hoffler rebounded. Three-pointer from outside by Hendrickson. Won't ring, and the rebound's cleared out of there by the Blue Dragons. Vanette. Vanette scoops it away, and here comes Hutchinson. Nice job by Michaela. She went to her knees to get that basketball, but kept it alive. Top side with the basketball. They'll work it around the right side. Bradshaw to Ogle. Ogle on the far side. Mickens had it for a second. Now Ogle drives in, kicks it to Dejanay Roebuck on the outside, and a push foul is going to be called. It's going to work against Cloud County on a touch. Scout Frame picks up personal foul number 1.
That's good to pick up on as a player. Know what the officials are going to call early so you can keep from doing it late.
Here comes the inbounds from Bradshaw. Yeah, we've seen all kinds of ways that games have been played, and knocking it back into the right off of Bradshaw was a Cloud player, and they say it's a turnover Hutchinson.
Yeah, it was Di Virgilio. I don't know if I agree with that. I feel like she kicked the ball back out of bounds, but the official said it touched the inbounder before it hit the out-of-bounds line.
Virgilio out of Rosary Santa Fe, Argentina. Ball left side. That's Hendrickson. Back out top of the key. Virgilio, Dave Virgilio with the basketball. On the outside, it goes to Collins. Down the low blocks, right side. Down low is Hoffler. She'll put it up. Not there. Battle for the board. Knocked away out of bounds. It'll be Hutchinson basketball. So the Blue Dragons were tied to 3 apiece. Hutchinson right now 1 out of 2, 50%. Cloud 1 out of 3, 33 1/3% on shooting. Early action from the Thunderdome. 3-3 tie. Foul away from the play. Illegal pick is going to be set. It'll be Cloud County's basketball. Who do they get the foul to go against? It's going to be against Mickens.
Yeah. Her second personal, and that's what you hate about it. She does such a good job of trying to set those screens up top by the elbows and create some space, and that time just got a little bit outside of her body.
See if John makes a move right now. So far, he has not.
Yeah, he put in Johnson.
Yeah, he sure did. He did put Johnson in. So we'll get her stats here in a second. Dribble drive left side to pull it back out. Dave Virgilio, turnaround jumper by Halfer. Comes out on her, no good. Roebuck with the rebound. Johnson, by the way, out of Crowley, Texas, is in the contest. Stands 6'2", is a sophomore. Transfer in, feed down low to Johnson, and she will be fouled. 2 shots coming her way. Johnson only shooting 25% from the foul stripe, but she has not had the opportunities yet this year.
Now, she didn't even play against Butler, and she's going to be called upon for a big task defensively to take on Cassidy Hoffler.
Johnson, free throw toss is up and good. So she breaks the tie with the free throw. 4-3, Hutchinson with the early lead. 7:08 to go in this first quarter of play. Half hour later start than normally. They start their games at 6. Free throws up and missing. Rebounds cleared out by Cloud County. So Hutch enjoys a 4-3 lead. Kind of gives us a little bit more time to get up here, but later, of course, getting home. Ball blocked by Johnson. Hutchinson comes out with it. Here comes Bradshaw on the run. Pass right side Ogle underneath. Goes up, scores it. Nice job by Abby Ogle. Nice pass on the inside by Johnson. And 6-3. Hutchinson doubling up on the Thunderbirds. Ball pops loose. Loose basketball right back into the hands of Hopper. She'll score it. Check that. Frame scores it. And count the basket. She's fouled. So the +1 coming her way to tie it up again. 6-5 your score. Hutch on top. And Roebuck picks up her first. Those are 2 pretty big fouls right there. Free throws up and good. Free throw by Scout Frame is on the money, and a 6-6 tie now. 6:30 to go in the first quarter of play. Roebuck. Out top, give and go to Roebuck. Gets it back underneath, gets position, puts it up and in. Dejanay has an uncanny way of finding where she is, Darren, underneath the basket, and that's a good example right there. 5 points for her.
Did a good job playing through Scout Frame. Just got her back turned a little bit and was late getting to that ball that Roebuck finished with.
Nearing the 6-minute mark of this first quarter of play, Hutchinson on top 8-6. Jumper from outside, a 3 does not go on a missed shot put up by Henderson, but Hoffler's there for the rebound, put back up and good. Cassidy Hoffler has 5, and we're tied at 8 apiece. Check that. Scout Frame was the one that scored it. So she has 4, or actually 5, because of the free throw that was made. We're tied at 8 apiece. Roebuck, left wing, to Johnson, into the paint, loses control of the basketball, gets it back, puts up the shot. It's not there. Ball knocked away, out of bounds. Foul on the floor is going to be called. It's going to go against Cloud County. And he might have gotten off Frame. If they did, that'll be her second.
Yeah, that's one place the Thunderbirds can't afford to have somebody get fouls. They rely on Scout Frame to play a lot of minutes. Played 39 minutes in the last contest against Dodge.
Michaela Myers checks in. She's out of Cunningham, Kansas. They play pretty good basketball at Cunningham. She'll replace Scout Frame. Also getting a break will be Collins. Ball comes in out high. Bannett. Over to Roebuck, right side now to Bradshaw. Bradshaw on outside of Roebuck. Dribble penetrates into the paint, kicks it back to Bradshaw. Shot clock at 12 now. Bradshaw with it on the right side. He set the pick. Roll to the top. They'll pop a 3 from outside. Shot does not go. Out of bounds. It sails. It'll be a turnover. Well, not a turnover. It goes off for a rebound out of bounds. It'll be Cloud County basketball.
Good shot selection from Bradshaw. Unfortunately, on those long shots, you get those long rebounds, and the effort by Dejanay Roebuck to get to the hoop. A little bit over-aggressive that time as the ball went flying back over her head and out of bounds.
Keely Tinney into the ball game now to Auckland, New Zealand for the Blue Dragons. Three-pointer put up and good by Cloud County. Dee Virgilio knocks down to three, and Cloud with their first lead at 11-8. So the Thunderbirds with 4:42 to go in this first quarter of play have taken their first lead of the contest. Tinney back outside. Bradshaw barely missed on the three a little while ago. Here's Ogle on the right side. She'll dribble drive on Hendrickson. They'll kick it back outside. Here's Bradshaw, rolls to the right. Johnson, 15-footer, not there. Rebound, cleared away by Cloud. Coming up with the rebound is Seidlich, who just checked into the contest. She's out of Independence, Missouri. Seidlich is a freshman. The side, Hendrickson. Pulls back a little bit, shifts gears, takes Tinney all the way down the left side. Back out top now to Myers. Feed down low. Shot up and missing on the missed shot by Hoffler, and a foul's called. This one's going to work against Cloud County. Myers picks up her first 14 foul against the Cloud County Thunderbirds. Bradshaw will bring it up. Tinney, ball stolen away, out of bounds, then step Hendrickson. She anticipated the pass and was able to jump the route.
That's one place at 5'3". She's able to be really sneaky. It's just over a steal per game.
Dragon ladies have been out of school for a week. Cloud still, this is finals week for them, so a little bit later start and going a little bit longer makes a big difference on focusing. We talked with John on Dragon Talk the other night regarding that. He's got some girls pretty homesick to go home. Vanette out of St. Paul, Minnesota, pulls up on the dribble. That was a nice pass down to Tinney. Shot up and good. What a pass as Vanette saw her streaking down the lane. Was able to put it right in where she needed it, and lead is cut to 1, 11-10. Right side, Cloud, low pass down low, and Johnson picks up the personal. Michaela Johnson cannot get in foul trouble, Darren Dunn, because of the fact that you've already got Jada Mickens with 2 fouls and Roebuck with 1. Can ill afford to get a big with another foul.
Yeah, especially knowing that Hoffler is going to do the most damage against whoever comes in down there at 6'1".
Dave Virgilio knocks down to 3.
It would figure that a 25% three-point shooter would come out and knock down 2 to start this one.
And that is exactly what she did. 14-10, Cloud with the lead. Tinney's shot not there, a little short, but she gets her own rebounds. She has an uncanny way of getting rebounds, getting in position. Vanette on the outside. Over to Ogle. She came up with a loose basketball. Shot clock at 19. Vanette with it. Hands it off to Bradshaw to weave it out front. Tinney looks to the corner. Pulls up with Ogle. Goes back out top to Bradshaw. Thought about trying to get it to Ogle. 5 on the shot clock. Tinney with the basketball. Got to move here. Johnson, she'll shoot the 3. Good! Johnson hit the 3. Not who you want shooting threes, but we will take it. She has 4, and Hutchinson pulls it within 1 again at 14-13.
Her first 3 attempt, her first 3 make of the season.
And it was a desperation 3. Feed down low, shot up, missing. Rebound, Johnson rips it away. Hutchinson on the run. Down by 1. Here's Ogle. Comes up with the basketball, dumps it inside to Tinney. Loose ball out of bounds. It'll be last touched by Myers of Cloud County. Hutchinson will have the ball with 1:59 to go in this first quarter of play.
That last offensive possession for the Blue Dragons, it ended up in Johnson's hands outside the three-point arc because no one could clear space for anyone. Screens were not being set, so players were dribbling into areas of the court where they were covered. Nowhere to go with the basketball. So Johnson ends up with one of those no, yes moments.
Here comes the inbound. Mapasua into the lineup for the Blue Dragons. That's Lauren Mapasua out of Queensland, Australia. Top side, Mapasua to the left wing. Tinney to Mapasua, top side. Pulls it back away. Tinney right wing with it. Back out top. Mapasua. 3 on the shot clock. She's got a gun it. She'll shoot it up and missing. Rebound cleared out by Cloud. And the T-Birds will bring it up. Lady T-Birds leading it by 1 at 14-13, a minute and 29 to go. Three-pointer from the top of the key does not go on a missed shot put up by Pittman, Destiny Pittman, who just checked in. Goes as a miss, and Hutchinson will bring it down. Still down by 1, 14-13. Cloud with the lead. Pass trying to get it to Tenney, and Mapasua put a little bit too much English on it. Tough to get to, and she did not. Ends up being a turnover.
Yeah, just the third one for the Blue Dragons.
Substitution now for Cloud. They will substitute into the lineup. We'll check Faith Martin. She's out of Eskridge, Kansas. 6-foot freshman. Averages 2.9 points per ball game. 14-13, Cloud with the lead and the ball. A minute and 8 to go before the end of one quarter. There's a steal coming up with it will be the Blue Dragons all the way down. They drive it to the hole and get fouled, and that'll be Schimmer going to the line. Milan Schimmer had just checked in.
Schimmel,
excuse me. She will shoot the free throw. Shot up and good. Milan out of Pendleton, Oregon, known for their Pendleton shirts. She'll shoot the second one. This one rims off, no good. Rebound's going to be cleared out. So 1 out of 2 in that attempt. And we're tied at 14. 54 seconds to go in this first quarter of play. Angle dribble to the right, layup. No good off the missed shot put up by Dave Virgilio. And there's a steal back by Virgilio. Dave Virgilio comes up with a steal. The three-pointer, no good. Hutchinson Johnson comes away with the rebound with 35 seconds remaining to go before the end of one. Johnson thought about it. Feeds down low, turnover. Bad pass as Tenney just couldn't get to it.
I don't mind the fake because you at least want to make the defense think, okay, she might shoot it again just to see if she's really going to hit another one. And then just out of that pump fake, a poor pass into the post. 5 turnovers for the Blue Dragons.
They actually were fronting defensively, and that's something that the Dragons are kind of used to doing, but they've kind of switched it up a little bit where they're behind the players. Cloud will play it for 1. 24 seconds remaining to go before the end of one. The shot clock is dark. Emily Hendrickson, she's averaging 8 points per ball game. Again, freshman, 5'3", out of Haven, Kansas. Angles to the left side. Out top. Dribble penetration, back outside. Little runner up and on its way, no good. Rebound, Johnson, foul called. This one's going to go against Cloud. Or is it? Yes, it is. This one will go against Cloud, and it's going to be on Scout Frame. That'll be her third. And Darren, that's pretty big.
It's proved big for a couple of reasons. You're talking about a player who played 39 minutes in the last game, and they counted her to be in these games all the way through and not to get into foul trouble. It's big for the Blue Dragons because Johnson, who was forced in this game because of Mickens' foul trouble, has a chance to give the Blue Dragons a lead to end the first quarter.
And Frame averaging 17 a ball game. Free throws up and good by Johnson. That's good to see. 5 points for Johnson early on in this quarter. Free throw toss is up and good. Got the second down. 16-14 with 1.5 to go. Hutchinson with the lead. So Johnson will go to the bench, of course. And Cloud will inbound, and that's your end of the quarter. One is in the book. Hutchinson with a slim 2-point lead at 16-14. We'll be back after this 1 minute timeout from Concordia.
We all like to save money when and where we can, right? You can do that every day at Salt City Pawn and Jewelry. Hi, this is owner Paul Phillips inviting you to stop in and say hi to our friendly staff. And while you're here, check out over 3,000 square feet of great merchandise priced at outstanding values. We don't have to offer huge sale prices for one day only when we do that on a daily basis. Save big over retail prices on firearms, electronics, guitars and amps, name brand tools, video games, jewelry, and more. See us at 916 East 4th and Hutch, just east of 4th and Severance. We're proud to be alumni and supporters of all Blue Dragon athletics.
HCC Sports is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert Epp of the Hutchinson Clinic, Barkley Plumbing, Vernon Chiropractic Center, Tim and Gina Ritter, along with Brian Strange of the Green Vision Group, Sutton Kaufman Transmission Service, Wade Patton Insurance, A&A Builders, Bold Office Shares, Mega Manufacturing, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Lowen Corporation, Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, and by Mann, Wyatt, and Rice, LLC. These Sportscaster Club members help provide funds for HCC scholarships.
A good first quarter of play. Hutchinson shooting 45.5%, Cloud 29.4%. Darren, that's a disparity pretty big right there, but Hutch is 5 out of 11, while Cloud is 5 out of 17. That's the difference in the ball game.
We'll have to watch here and see what happens with Frame out of the contest between her and Hoffler. Those two players take 36% of the Thunderbirds shots on the season.
Yeah, Hoffler's back in there now. Top side, there's a travel call. Turnover goes against Cloud. So the turnover right there, that will be the second on Cloud. Relatively close, a clean game. The first quarter of play at least. Turnovers 5-1 at the quarter mark. Here's Mapasua out top now to Roebuck to Johnson. Kramer's in there out of Dighton now. Dejanay Roebuck, basket good. Nice feed down low from Kramer. Dejanay with 7 points. Nice job by Dejanay with scoring in that first quarter of play. Basket's up and good by Hoffler, and Hoffler making her presence known inside. She has 7. She averages 13.8 a game. There's another steal. Cloud gets it back, comes up with it again, as Roebuck had got it for a second. Missed shot, rebound cleared away by Roebuck, and Hutchinson will bring it up the court. So Hutchinson and Cloud kind of exchanging turnovers there. Roebuck angles left side, lays it up with the left hand this time, and she's fouled. And whistle will blow. Michaela Myers picks up her second personal. So you put Frame on the bench with her third foul, and that really puts a lot of pressure on Hoffler, but she can handle it with 13.8 on her average on the season.
Well, she's really turned that up in conference play where she's averaging over 17, and she's showing you why here early she's the reigning player of the week in the conference.
Roebuck with the free throw. It was her 8 on the evening. She'll shoot a second one here. Dejanay Roebuck out of Olathe. 9 points to her credit. And a 20-16 lead. Hutchinson up by 4. Tia Bradshaw back in. Mapasua will take a break for the Blue Dragons. Bradshaw out of Dodge City. But right now you got 3 Kansas girls on the floor for Hutchinson as well. With Roebuck from Olathe. Ball on the outside. Hendrickson gives the ball inside. I'll hand it away, and travel calls. Pittman looked like a little running back going through the line as she picked up her dribble and just kept running.
I think she thought that Roebuck was going to absorb more of that contact than she did. They were hip to hip, and at the last second in the middle of the paint, Roebuck kind of slipped that hip away, and Pittman had nobody to body up against.
Hutchinson with a golden opportunity to go up by a half dozen here. Here's Kramer. Kramer top of the key right. Now she goes back to the top again, gives it off to Johnson. She'll try another 3. Rimming off, no good. Rebound cleared away by Cloud. As Cloud comes up with the loose basketball, and Pittman got the rebound. Now they'll set it up. Hendrickson outside. She'll gun it on its way. Off, no good. Roebuck with a good block out. Comes up with the basketball. Up to Kramer. Kramer bring it up. 3-on-2, but they pull it back away after other T-Birds get there. Roebuck loses the ball, gets it out to Kramer. Shovel pass. Out top now to Bradshaw. They'll set the play on the left side this time. Roebuck. Top right all the way to the top to Johnson. Johnson goes down low on Heffler. Follow-away jumper by Johnson's good. Tell you what, good-looking jumper by Johnson. This could be a breakout game for her. She has 7 already, Darren. And Cloud County is going to call a timeout. 22-16, Hutchinson up by 6 with 7:26 to go in the second quarter of play. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll be back with more from Concordia right after this.
This is Carter File, president of Hutchinson Community College. I invite you to join us this winter as the proud tradition of Blue Dragon men's and women's basketball continues at the historic Hutchinson Sports Arena. Both teams are favorites in the tough Jayhawk Conference, so you won't want to miss any of the action. Find the schedule at BlueDragonSports.com, like us on Facebook, and follow Blue Dragon Sports on Twitter. As always, go Blue Dragons.
Hutchinson with the lead early here in this second quarter play. Nice job by the Blue Dragon ladies to lead it by 6 after they let Cloud get on top by 4. Cloud County, after the timeout, takes the basketball. They'll roll it out to the outside. Pass down low. Johnson got a hand on it, tipped it over to Kramer, and here comes Hutch. Blue Dragons will bring it up. Johnson, left side to Bradshaw. Back out top of the key, now to Roebuck. Just under 7 to go in this quarter. Hutchinson with a great start against Butler last Saturday night. There's a missed shot, but Roebuck gets the rebound, comes up with it, goes down low, puts it up, too short of the shot, and rebounds third out there by Pittman of Cloud County. And Lady T-Birds will bring it up top of the key. Ball angle to the right side. Pass down low. Johnson defense down low on Hoffler, and Hoffler's able to score it. Hoffler with 9. That's the Hutchinson lead down to 4 now, 22-18, Blue Dragons. Dejanay Roebuck, a 3 is good. She has worked on that in the summer, Darren. She spent a lot of time in Hutchinson working one-on-one with Coach Anderson, and that's one part of her game that she's really got going good. 25-18, Hutchinson lead.
Straight ahead between the elbows, kind of her hot spot when she gets beyond the arc.
Shot down and rebound. Johnson, and I'll tell you what, Johnson's a rebounding machine right now for the Blue Dragons of Hutchinson. She is doing a good job in the rebound department. That is her 6th.
She'll get a break. Mickens will come in, but for a player in Johnson who's averaged 4.5 minutes per game in conference, she was called upon to play some major minutes to close out that first quarter and here into the second quarter, and she has made her presence known.
7-point Hutchinson lead at 25-18 with 5:56 to go in the second quarter of play. Here's Mickens. She's back in there trying to protect those 2 fouls. Ogle, three-pointer does not go. Rebound cleared out of there by Hoffler, and more than likely you're just trying to give Roebuck a little bit of a break with Mickens. See if she can stay out of foul trouble. Hickson top now right. Virgilio. Hendrickson, ball outside. Gets it back. Wants to shoot the 3. Now she will. Shot on its way. No good. Rebound fought for. Out of bounds and a foul call. They're going to get it on Tinney. Tinney with the push. That'll be her first. And inbounding will be Cloud County left side. First team foul against the Blue Dragons. Now Hoffler will take a break. Is that Whitehead that just checked in? I think it is. Newport Richey, Florida, just checked into the contest. Cloud down by 7 with 5:16 to go. Ball sails away out of bounds. It'll be a turnover. Cloud would turn the basketball over, and Hutchinson will have the basketball. Up the court, the Blue Dragons set up their offense now. Top of the key, Mickens to the right side, Bradshaw. Up top, Bannett. They leave her open. She'll shoot and miss. Came off the rim, no good. Rebound's cleared out of there by Cloud. They'll bring it quickly. They'll drive it all the way down and stepping on the sidelines.
She palmed it.
Palmed it, yep.
It's one thing, if it's more than a handshake, it is not a deal in college basketball. Get that hand underneath the ball, it goes to the other way.
Lydia Olstenson out of Tecumseh, Kansas. Turn the ball over. So Hutch up by 7 with the ball. 4:43 to go before intermission. Bannett. Steve Carpenter and I talked the other night at Dragon Talk at the Polo and talked about how we think she's about to really go off. And there she does go off, but for the travel call, shuffled her feet. It'll be Cloud basketball. We kind of feel like she's ready to kind of get it. Sometimes girls hit that level, Darren, right around Christmas break, and all of a sudden it starts to kick in. She's a good shooter. Hendrickson on the outside. That's Emily Hendrickson from Haven. Her hair in a ponytail, kicks it out and throws the ball away. Vanette comes up with it with Hutch. Vanette all the way down, shoots it on its way. Offense mark no good. Battle for the board. Tenney gets it. Keeps it alive. Over in the corner. They reset the offense. Back outside Ogle. Left side Vanette. Top side right. Dribble penetration. Taken away. A steal by Cloud. They'll bring it up quickly. Side lick underneath. Shot up and good. Scoring it was Hendrickson. Breaks a little bit of a drought. 25-20 now. Hutch's lead is cut to 5 with 3:41 to go in this second quarter of play after the transition basket by Hendrickson. Three-pointer by Tenney doesn't ring, and the rebound cleared out there, and Cloud comes up with it.
Last basket was big for Hendrickson. She started the game 0 for 4.
Ball out top now. Hendrickson with it on the outer perimeter. Jumper from the outside up. Air ball, no good on the missed shot put up by Whitehead. Hutchinson on the rebound. 3:05 to go in the quarter. Feed inside to Mickens. Back outside, Tenney had a look and traveled.
It's one of those, as a guard, when you receive the basketball, you want to hop before the ball gets there. And for Tenney, she had already possessed the ball in two hands and just had that slight hop after it, because the goal is to have both feet as your pivot foot at your disposal. Rather than catch with one foot down and be stuck to that foot to pivot with, you do that hop, you have both feet, but she did the hop after she possessed the ball.
Unfortunately, Vanette hit the three from the corner, but of course it did not count because of the travel call. Cloud County basketball. Pittman has it at the top of the key. She'll take Mickens down low. Ball knocked away and thrown away out of bounds. It'll be Hutchinson basketball. So Hutch with an opportunity with 2:48 to go in this quarter. Go up again by 7, perhaps 8 with a three-pointer.
Speaking of 8 turnovers now for the Thunderbirds.
Ball left side, Mickens. Vanette on the outer perimeter. Steps back, shoots the three from the top of the key, makes it. What she called player control foul on Mickens?
Well, it'll be a team control because it was an illegal screen.
So
that's what she came out of the game for when she got her second and picked up her third the same way. So this is an opportunity to say, okay, now you know what you've done wrong. You've done it twice. You got to fix it.
And what's unfortunate is Vanette hit another three from the top right there. Of course, it does not count because of the team control foul.
She had 3 3-pointers against Butler.
Ball on the outside. Pittman misplays it, but gets it back in the hands of Dave Virgilio. Three-pointer put on its way, not there on a missed shot by Dave Virgilio, and the timeout's going to be taken by John Onges. 2:12 to go. John wants to talk things over. It's a 5-point lead for the Blue Dragons. We'll be back in a half minute.
Vehicles are getting pretty smart these days with semi-automatic control features that make driving easier. But riding an RCAT vehicle is easier yet. You don't have to do a thing. Just stand along the route, wave your hand at the driver, and hop on. RCAT is first come, first served general public transportation that travels throughout Hutchinson and South Hutchinson hourly, on weekdays from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on Saturday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call 694-2913 for further information.
25-20, Hutchinson on top. We're at the Thunderdome in Concordia, Kansas. Cloud County and Hutchinson. 2:12 to go in quarter number 2. Glenn Grunwald, Darren Dunn. So glad to have you along. What you got?
Blue Dragons had 6 players out on the court, but Rodney Palin doing a good bit of officiating, saying, hey, make sure you send your 6th one to the bench.
That's not fair, is it? So, to some extent it is. Outside with the ball, Bradshaw. Oh, down low underneath the pass, stolen away, and then a foul called. They're going to whistle this one on Pittman.
Yeah, she's been very aggressive
yes,
on the inside. The reason this official is going to get heckled is how late he makes this call. But Pittman, especially against Roebuck down here on this end of the court, I've seen her a couple of times on entry passes right before the ball gets to Roebuck, put 2 hands extended into Desjardins.
Schimmel's pass was on the mark. There's a 3 by Vanette. She knocks it down. Now, actually, she has hit 3 in a row, but that's the first one that counts. 28-20, so Steve Carpenter, we might have been right. That's Hutchinson on top. It's just the other two didn't count. There's a missed shot. Johnson's playing well. Good defense by Johnson. Down to Schemmel. Good. Schemmel gets her first point. Well, just gets her first field goal. She has had a free throw. She has 3, and Hutchinson has 30. And just like that, it's a 10-point lead for the Blue Dragons with 1:28 to go. Again, in the second quarter of play. Left side drive, basket up, and good. Counted as the foul is committed by Hutchinson. Cameron Collins, who averages 8.7, gets her first 2 points tonight. And she'll step to the line to shoot 1 coming her way. That was charged against Johnson. That will be her second.
Just a strong play by Collins to take that contact. A lot of times when you take contact to the head, tough to finish, but she made it look easy.
Free throw toss is good. So Collins with 3 points breaks the little bit of a run that Hutch had. 30-23 now. Hutchinson back up by 7 again. Roebuck to Johnson high. Backdoor play goes to Roebuck. She runs it down. Back to Van Nett. She'll put a little leaner up and on its way. Not there. The rebound's cleared out there by Cloud. No call made. Ball on the outside. Takes it all the way to the corner. Brings it back out top. Hendrickson. Bradshaw on her. Now out top. Dave Virgilio gives it up quickly. Across the top. Into the ballgame was Collins. She had it for a second. Ball back outside now. Dave Virgilio gets it down low. Johnson on the foul. And that'll be 3 on Johnson. So Mickens with 3 and now Johnson with 3. Hutchinson's big girls in a little bit of trouble. We have not seen Kimbrough as of yet, but I got a feeling we're going to before too long. 36.6 seconds to go in the half, and Hutchinson's lead is 7. Still not shooting free throws. Ball comes in. Basket good. Easy entry pass into Hoffler. And Darren, you cannot leave her open like that.
Well, Blue Dragons were in a man-to-man defense, and she was able to go past a couple of players and find a little opening underneath the goal.
Red Erkenbach's team has edged it back to a 5-point lead now for Hutchinson, which was 10. Johnson, foul stripe, shoots and hits. Johnson with 10 points already. Go along with 7 rebounds. Three-pointer up and on its way by Hendrickson. Not there. Out of bounds it goes. Last touched out of bounds off the Blue Dragons. Looks like Bradshaw got a hand on it.
Hendrickson really struggling to find the range. 5 misses from beyond the arc.
Tinney checks back into the Blue Dragon lineup. Keely Tinney out of Australia. Johnson will protect those 3 fouls and take a seat. 0.3 of a second remaining. Cloud trying to work it in, trying to get it in. They'll lob it out. That's halftime. The Blue Dragons at the end of one half of play lead it by the score of 32-25. We will take a 2-minute timeout, add up all the numbers. Get set for the Medicine Shop in Gabe Castle, brought to you by Little White Castle at 14th and Main. Darren and I'll be back with more from Concordia, Kansas in 2 minutes.
Just as the Hutchinson Blue Dragons athletics are a tradition, so is the Anchor Inn in downtown Hutchinson. Whether you plan lunch or dinner or even take out for home, the Anchor Inn is a great family restaurant that you are sure to enjoy. Order off their great menu or take advantage of the Anchor Inn's awesome buffet. You'll make a great choice either way. The Anchor Inn is also a great spot to meet up with old friends and acquaintances because everyone goes to the Anchor. That's the Anchor Inn at 128 South Main in Hutchinson, proud supporters of Hutchinson Blue Dragon Athletics.
If getting a new iPhone is on your wish list, then wish no further. At Next Tech Wireless, all smartphones, including the new iPhones, are 50% off. You can save over $350 on your new iPhone and even trade in your old phone for more credit. Have multiple lines? That's even better because your 3rd, 4th, or even 5th line will get you unlimited data free for a year. Next Tech Wireless has more than 50 store locations to serve you. Switch today and start saving. Certain restrictions apply. Phone guard required.
Hi, Brian Bobo, General Manager at Midwest Superstores. In the month of December, we will be partnering with the Hutchinson branch of Toys for Tots. We will be collecting new and unwrapped toys. We will begin collecting Monday, December the 10th through Saturday, December the 15th. For each donation, we will enter that person into a drawing for some great prizes. So please join us in supporting your local Toys for Tots and come see us at 1100 East 30th or online at MidwestSuperstore.com.
Looking for a practical Christmas gift? How about a top-of-the-line Panasonic upright vacuum from the Back Lady Donna Pitzer? Donna is rolling back prices 30 years to 1988. Your price for one of these top-of-the-line vacuums is $299. That's a $200+ savings. This vacuum comes with all the onboard attachments and includes a 2-year warranty. Donna also will gift wrap your vacuum and deliver in time for Christmas absolutely free. Donna says, Merry Christmas with the best price in 30 years on a new Panasonic vacuum. Call Donna Pitzer, the Bag Lady, at 663-4322.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Concordia, Kansas. On the campus of Cloud County Community College, Hutchinson ladies with a 7-point lead at intermission, 32-25. The Medicine Shop, 14th and Main, sponsors throughout the whole year, football and basketball season. Your halftime stats as well as the postgame stats. Appreciate Rich Stone and the gang. You would appreciate him, too, if you give him a try. Of course, don't forget, already Medicare Part D coverage is already surpassed. If you did not get a chance to get it in, hopefully you were on the right plan. And just in case you wondered, they could put it in the computer, all your medications, and tell you exactly what's the best plan in Kansas. So you might want to think about that for next year if you haven't done it this year. Don't forget flu season just around the corner, plus also pneumonia season. If you're over 50, you certainly should have both. There's no doubt about that. We're going to get hit with the flu. It's just a matter of when, and you would be able to stop that dreaded disease and from being as bad as it could be. Lacey has the best touch, the softest touch, as she said. My flu shot there, I bet you would glad you did too. 32-25, a 7-point lead. Hutchinson with the lead, and frankly, Darren, looking at the stats, it's all from pretty good shooting from the Blue Dragons.
Yeah, a little bit of foul trouble for both teams, but not a problem for the Blue Dragons because where Jada Mickens left off and was unable to score but picked up those 3 fouls, a couple on illegal screens, Michaela Johnson was able to come in, not only play 14 minutes in that first half, she averages 4.5 per conference game. She put up 10 points. That's a season high for her. The most she'd scored before that was only 4 points. She'd done that in 4 different games. Last time was at Coffeyville. Already has 10 tonight, 6 rebounds to go with it. She has to be careful, though, because she came in for Jada Mickens, who now has 3 fouls. Johnson has also picked up 3 fouls. Dejanay Roebuck continues to be a presence on the inside, 12 points, 4 rebounds to go with it. Keely Tinney came in off the bench, picked up 4 rebounds, dropped in a couple of points as well. Scout Frame, the biggest player you have to look for Cloud County, did not play much in that first half, only 4 minutes before she picked up 3 fouls, exited with just 5 points. We'll see if she can stay out of foul trouble as the third quarter comes up here in just a little bit. Emily Hendrickson got the start tonight against the Blue Dragons. The player out of Haven at 5'3" does such a good job rebounding the ball. Held only 1 rebound in that first half. She'd done such a great job of shooting the ball as well. 0 for 5 from beyond the arc. Got just 2 points off of an easy deuce in transition basketball for the Thunderbirds in that first half. Dee Virgilio scored 6 points for Cloud County. And Cassidy Hoffler, the reigning player of the week in the conference, 9 points and 4 rebounds. Cloud County is owning the paint right now by 6 points. It's a 16-10 advantage. 9 of those 16 have come from Hoffler. Because of Michaela Johnson for the Blue Dragons are leading in bench points 15-0 over the Thunderbirds of Cloud County.
And that is your score at 32-25. Hutchinson on top by 7. That is the Medicine Shop in-game capsule brought to you by the Little White Castle at 14th and Main. The Medicine Shop, you'd be glad if you made them your pharmacy. I know you will. Give them a try. You'll enjoy all the great service they have. They also deliver and also can give you free quotes right over the phone as well. The Medicine Shop, 14th and Main. Got the little red lights around with the Christmas decorations, the Little White Castle at 14th and Main. You'll be glad you did. 2-minute timeout coming your way. Darren and I'll look at some of the scores from tonight, as most of the games, the last games before the break in the schedule for Christmas coming up for most of the teams. Some have holiday classics they're going to. Hutchinson has their own as well. we'll talk about that in a little bit, coming up in just a little bit. 2-minute timeout coming your way right after this.
First National Bank is always open. We've made it easier than ever to conduct all of your banking from your smartphone, tablet, or laptop. You pick the location to get started, all via fnbhutch.bank. Apply for a loan or open an account over your lunch break or from the comfort of your own home. Electronic banking everywhere you are. Get started at fnbhutch.bank. We wish you happy holidays and a very Merry Christmas from your friends at First National Bank. We're first for you.
Basketballs are bouncing and crowds are cheering. Your best offense during cold and flu season is a good defense. Drink plenty of liquids, get plenty of rest, and keep your hands sanitized. If a bug still manages to get you, Ashcraft Pharmacy, your local Health Mart pharmacy, has over-the-counter medications that can help. Or if you need a prescription, we offer free mail-out, free delivery, or call ahead for our handy curbside service. Go Dragons! From Ashcraft Pharmacy in the Hart Shopping Center, South Hutchinson, and Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
HCC Sports is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert Epp of the Hutchinson Clinic, Barkley Plumbing, Vernon Chiropractic Center, Tim and Gina Ritter, along with Brian Strange of the Green Vision Group, Sutton Kaufman Transmission Service, Wade Patton Insurance, A&A Builders, Bold Office Shares, Mega Manufacturing, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Lowen Corporation, Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, and by Mann, Wyatt, and Rice, LLC. These Sportscaster Club members help provide funds for HCC scholarships.
For over 15 years, Erickson Custom Building has designed, built, and remodeled homes and commercial projects in central Kansas. Whether you're looking to replace a deck, wanting to build an addition, or remodel your kitchen, our customers receive individualized attention, quality craftsmanship, and exceptional customer service from start to finish. Erickson Custom Building offers new construction and remodeling services in addition to commercial and insurance projects. Visit our website today at ericksoncustombldg.com.
32-25 at halftime. Lady Dragons of Hutchinson on top of Cloud County out of Concordia, 7-point lead. Some other games this week. A lot of games were played on Monday, Darren, as Dodge City Ladies got a win over Allen County Community College, 88-62. That was played at Dodge. Barton was the winner at Neosho, 105-97. How about Neosho girls putting up some points? But the Barton ladies able to as well, 105-97. Adam Clark has got his team playing pretty good. Alan Clark down at Barton got him playing pretty doggone good basketball. It was Otero, a winner over Northwest Kansas Tech, 65-58. Others scores to pass on. KCK, a winner over Metropolitan Community College, 98-86. And Butler tonight also, or actually with 4:05 left to go into fourth, leads Northwest Kansas Tech 68-41. So Northwest Kansas Tech more than likely will go 0-4 in the conference to start before the Christmas break. Garden City on top of Coffeyville at Coffeyville in the third, 45-35, a 10-point ball game. And at Independence, they're starting the second half of play. Independence leads over Pratt Community College 30-25. Hutchinson will probably pay attention to that because Hutch right here with a 7-point lead. Those two teams tied in the conference. So off and running already. Some good games across the league tonight. We'll have more of those at halftime for the guys to see if we can have some finals.
I think that's what's always fun, just to kind of see where teams are. You mentioned a lot of players start to hit their stride around this time of the season. So if you end up seeing somebody later in the year, later into January and February, sometimes you're surprised by players who have really hit that stride and become consistent players who back in November and December weren't big contributors for their teams.
Going to switch gears a little bit and talk about the new hire for Kansas State University as well as Les Miles for Kansas University. So Les Miles started to name some of his coaches, the assistant coaches he's going to have. And so far, Darren, I'm pretty impressed with some of the names that he's been able to pick from. Sounds to me like he's putting together a pretty good staff. And, of course, K-State's new head coach, North Dakota College State head man coming in. Looks like both of them are pretty good hires.
Well, for the Jayhawks, of course, they're expecting some big things, big enough that they're encouraging fans to go ahead and buy those season tickets. They're saying, hey, if you get them right now, we're going to guarantee that your prices are not going to go up for the next 3 years. So they're kind of hitting at the fact, hey, we're going to be good enough that you're going to want these tickets. You better get them early so you can lock in those prices. And when it comes to Kansas State, I think a lot of people were surprised at how quickly that hire was named.
And is it Kleeman? Is that how it's pronounced?
Great question.
Yeah, Chris Kleiman beat K-State as a player and as a coordinator before he was named head coach. He won games against Bill Snyder as a player at Northern Iowa. Of course, Northern Iowa always solid. And also he was defensive coordinator for North Dakota State. They came in and had some big wins under his belt. Wins over Iowa State, wins over Iowa, wins over Kansas State. So he's excited, calls it his dream job. And he's looking forward to getting some things done. He's still in the playoffs, however, with his North Dakota State team. So they have to see. He's going to be a busy man for a few weeks.
Well, I think that's one thing that kind of makes it tough on coaches to be in a situation that you have to finish out, and you've already been named in another situation. So sometimes you lose players at that point for your current team.
Chris Kleiman, again, out of North Dakota State. He is originally from Iowa, so he's very familiar with Bill Snyder, and I think he's excited to come in and build his own team. There were some rumors that the deal with for Snyder to retire was that a lot of his assistant coaches would retain their positions. That wasn't necessarily true, because I think that Chris is going to start to build his own class. I think it's going to be interesting to see what he gets. K-State always would sometimes go after JUCO kids. Sometimes they would also go with in-state products and kind of take a two-star or a three-star and make big-time stars out of him. We'll see if he does the same.
Well, going back to your point about maybe cleaning house and making the organization the way he wants it, I think you have to expect that of any coach that you would bring in. I mean, you're only going to take a situation if you can put the guys you trust and the people you trust in place. You want to be true to the organization to an extent and maybe keep some lifers that have been in that program for a while. But at the same point, you're trying to change the system to the way you want it run. And if you bring in people that have already bought into it, it makes that situation so much easier for you.
Again, big shoes to fill with Bill Snyder retiring. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. Second half just around the corner. We'll be back with more from Concordia right after this.
Welcome to the Hutchinson Medicine Shop. With the emergence of big business, not only in pharmacy, but all industries, the Medicine Shop is proud to be a thriving local business in Hutchinson. We're so thankful to our customers in Hutchinson, Reno County, and Central Kansas for your support. In turn, we're proud to be a major sponsor of the Hutch High Salthawks, as well as other area high schools, the Blue Dragons, Chiefs, Royals, Jayhawks, and Wildcats. You support us, and the Hutchinson Medicine Shop supports local sports.
Parking lots and driveways can be expensive to install. This is Derek Fees. Let APAC Kansas Shears Division help you properly maintain these investments. Patching, crack filling, sealing, and striping are just some of the services we provide. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112. Are you tired of your dusty or muddy driveway? APAC Kansas Shears Division is here to help. This is Derek Fees. Call us and ask us about our asphalt millings. If you are a do-it-yourselfer, arrange for pickup or delivery at your convenience. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
Just when you thought you were done with taxes, you got a letter from the IRS. Maybe you're being audited, or maybe you filed for an extension and still need some tax help. We at H&R Block are there for you. We don't stop working on April 15th. Our tax professionals are here to help you year-round. So if you have tax issues you need a hand with, even if H&R Block didn't do your taxes the first time around, visit our offices in Hutchinson, Lyons, or Ellsworth and let our experienced tax professionals help get you every dollar you deserve.
The Rothy family name has always been connected to serving the Hutchinson community, and you can expect the same kind of high-quality service when you visit Rothy Family Flooring. They believe you deserve to be treated like family, so they've invested in their own talented and trustworthy installers to lay your floors. No outside contractors will ever knock on your door if Rothy works for you. Let them show you their expansive selection of name brand flooring and trust your home to the best. Rothy Family Flooring, 325 North Main, Hutchinson.
Second half just about to get underway. Hutchinson 32, Cloud County 25. Again, both these two teams, both the guys and the gals last year lost up here in Concordia. So you always expect tough games up here, and just as tough when we return to the sports arena. But nice to have that 7-point lead. And Hutchinson will have the basketball, Darren, as we start the second half. What do you expect?
Well, I expect the Blue Dragons to try to run that offense a little bit better than it was run in the first half. Everybody was kind of going through the motions. When you set those screens, actually get a player open.
Kimbrough also starts the second half at that center position. She's out of Memphis, Tennessee. Tayana Kimbrough. They'll feed it down to Kimbrough, and she'll put it up and miss it. Gets her own rebound. No, puts it up, misses it again. Roebuck comes in with her miss, and Hutchinson's 0 for 3 on that possession right there. Point-blank range. Got to put those up and in. Kimbrough had a good game against Butler and Neosho the other night. Angle on the outside. Hendrickson. Again, solid first half for her with points of 2. Shot up missing. Kimbrough rips down the rebound. Outlet comes to Bradshaw, and Hutchinson will bring it up. So now if you can protect Mickens, there's a drive and a foul call. Bradshaw going up for the shot. Foul will be charged against Dave Virgilio. Virgilio picks up the personal. That'll be her first. If you can protect those fouls on Mickens as well as on Johnson, get a little time out of Kimbrough. Ball comes into Kimbrough. Her shot's rejected. As she get a little 360 and try to put it up right there to knock it down was Hafler. And here comes Cloud.
Kimbrough was one dribble away from finishing that play.
Cloud with the basketball on the outside. Ogle on the defense over there against Dave Virgilio. She'll shoot it up. Short shot, no good. Rebound, Roebuck. Hutchinson on the run. Roebuck brings it all the way to the free throw line. Holds up with a dribble. Back outside now to Bradshaw. Bradshaw trying to set it up. Bounce pass down to Roebuck. Layup good. Dejanay with just positions her body so well. That's her 14th point, Dejanay Roebuck having a good game. She leads all scorers with 14. It's kind of tough when you get that body in the right position, Darren. You can just about easily use the body to screen off and get the shot up.
Now she had the player pinned, and she had a 2-inch advantage on Dewey.
Hendrickson, right side. Hoffler backs in on Kimbrough. Goes down low, and Kimbrough across the face with the foul. And 2 shots coming away now of Hoffler. Kimbrough will pick up the personal.
This is one thing we've talked about with those taller players having position on the inside. You just have to get those hands up. But for Kimbrough, she allowed Hoffler to bang into her lower body, got those feet out of position. And when Kimbrough was off balance, that's when she reached across the face.
Good observation. Free throws up and good by Hoffler. She now has 10. And she will shoot a second one. Free throw toss. This one's good. So she makes them both. 11 points for Hoffler. And Hutchinson lead is 34-27. Still a 7-point lead. Kimbrough goes left. Goes up with a shot. Misses it. Put back not there. Gets her own rebound and a foul called. Not in the act of shooting, I don't believe. The foul's going to be called against Hendrickson. That's her second personal. Not a shooting situation, so inbounding will be the Blue Dragons. Left side baseline. Kimbrough's got to hit those. Trying to get it in. They'll kick it back to Ogle. Ogle dribble drives. Dumps it to Roebuck. Down low underneath. Basket good. Makes it look so easy. Roebuck. Nene with 16 points.
Made it easier for her. Frame was trying to prevent herself from getting that 4th foul. Had to kind of back away from Dejanay.
That's right. Scott Frame is back in the ball game now, playing with 3. Erkenbrack kind of rolling the dice a little bit. 3-pointer in the corner by Hendrickson. Not there. Rebound cleared. Roebuck. Just an outlet comes to Bradshaw. Dragons going to add to it here. They lead at 36-27. A 3 by Van Nett does not go. And out of bounds. Last touched off of Kimbrough. So Van Nett with the miss. And Hutchinson will step back defensively.
For whatever reason, Hendrickson is just ice cold in this one. 0 for 6 now from beyond the arc.
John On just celebrated a birthday yesterday, so thanks everybody for the birthday wishes. We will not have Dragon Talk at the Polo until after the first of the year now. We'll be back around the 7th. Feed down low. Blocked by Kimbrough. Comes up with the basketball. Nice job by Ty to come away with the ball. And here comes Bradshaw down the court. She'll square it up, shoot it on its way, and rimming off. No good. Went around once. Came back out. Shot put up by Roebuck. Not there. No foul called underneath. And off the court will come Cloud County. They trail at 36-27. A 9-point Hutch lead. Go high, left side. Dave Virgilio underneath, all the way out. 3-pointer by Hendrickson in the corner, up and good. Emily Henderson with her first tray. She has 5. She averages 8 a ball game. Cuts that lead down to 6 now at 36-30.
1 for 7 now from beyond the arc for her. The difference between that one and the others, she had a wide open look.
Yeah, her feet set as well. Shot missing by Roebuck. Rebound cleared out John just not pleased with that shot selection. We'll go the other way. Basket up and good underneath by Collins. Collins with her first second half basket. And it's 36-32. The 9-point lead is gone. It's down to 4 now. Hutchinson lead at 36-32. Roebuck, left wing. Out top to Ogle. Drives right of the lane. Back outside. Bradshaw. Surveys the defense. Shot clock at 9. Here's Van Etten from the top of the key. Rings off, no good. Rebound's going to be cleared out there by Cloud County. So the Thunderbirds, with 5:33 to go in the third, down by 4, have the basketball. Right side of the arc. They'll hand the ball off, top of the key, back to Collins. Three-pointer on its way. No, air ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Hutchinson basketball. Wholesale changes coming in for both teams. A fresh 5. Schemmel's going to check back in. Mapasua in there. Kramer's in there for the Blue Dragons. And also back in there is Mickens and Tenney. Substitutions for Cloud will catch up with them. 4-point Dragon lead. Hutchinson basketball during the midway part of this third period of play. Outside, loose ball picked away. Cloud County will come up with a Tenney with the turnover. Haven't had too many turnovers in the contest, but there's one right there.
11 now for the Blue Dragons.
Outside top on the right side. Dave Virgilio gives it up. Hendrickson, who just hit a 3, drops down low underneath. Scott Frame in traffic, puts it up, misses it. Rebound cleared away by Mickens. Thought she might have got away with the travel, and she did not. They whistled her, took a little hop, lost her shoe even. That's a telltale sign, isn't it?
Came completely out of the shoe.
You walk so good right there. You step right on her shoe. So inbounding will be Cloud County. Get the turnover count here in just a second one.
12 for the Blue Dragons.
Thank you. Ball comes in. Cloud with the ball. Back on the outer perimeter. They'll work the left side this time. Hendrickson. Tied on hers, Mapasua. Down to the right side. Dribble drive. Steal by Tenney. And then a jump ball called. Boy, that was a quick whistle. The jump ball and the possession arrow will point Cloud's way. Tenney, no shooter, turned around with the basketball. I guess there was a hand in there that maybe I couldn't see.
Well, you're right that how the whistle came very quickly. The mechanic is to wait and make sure we definitely have a tie-up because, first of all, you want the ball to be tied up, and you want to make sure it's going to stay there and that one player is not stronger than the other to rip it away.
I guess I'm old school, 1001, 1002, and 1003. That didn't happen there. Jumper put up and missing by Cloud's Scott Frame, and a rebound is going to be cleared out by the Blue Dragons. Schemmel into the forecourt. Went to a high school with only a population of 58 in Pendleton, Oregon. Ball's knocked away, and Mapasua trying to get it back and turns the ball over. Hutchinson right now with 13 turnovers in the contest unofficially. Ball on the outside, Hendrickson. They'll lob it down low, foul called. Tenney from behind on the hand in the back of Frame.
Now, that's an interesting call at this point in the game because, as I mentioned earlier, when Pittman was down in the paint for the Thunderbirds, she was able to get 2 full arms of extension on the entry pass against the Blue Dragons. So see now if the officials will change this up and start calling the paint a little bit tighter.
Ball comes out high into the hands of Hendrickson. Haven native puts it up on its way and hits it. Emily Hendrickson knocks down the 3. She has 8. And that's right at her average. And it's a 1-point game at 36-35. So Cloud, after trailing by 9, has really trimmed it down. Here's a Mickens shot. It won't go. Rebound cleared out by Cloud County. And then a foul called on Tenney way in the backcourt. That'll be her third.
You're exactly right, Glenn. Way in the backcourt. Hoffler had the ball, had already split 3 defenders. And at that point, if you're Tenney, you just have to get back on defense.
So Cloud will have the basketball down by only 1 with 3:28 to go. This looked like it was going to be Hutchinson's quarter, but the Thunderbirds came roaring back as they always do to drive down the right side. Not there, but a blocking foul called on Mapasua. And an opportunity now at the foul stripe for Scout Frame to tie and take the lead in this game again. So Mapasua will pick up only her first. Scout Frame at the free throw line. She's a 72% free throw shooter, and she makes that one right there. We're tied at 36.
Frame played just 4 minutes in that first half. She averages 30 minutes in conference.
Free throws up and good. So she got them both. She's 4 out of 4 from the foul stripe. 37-36, Cloud back on top. Tinney, three-pointer on its way, rims off, no good. Rebound cleared out by Cloud. So the T-Birds' momentum has switched over to in the Thunderdome here tonight. They have the lead at 37-36. There's a steal. Coming up with it will be Mickens. Hutchinson will bring the basketball up. Nice turnover to contest against Cloud County. A reach-in foul called. Will it be on Hendrickson or will it be on?
Should be Seidlich.
Yep, it's going to be on. Seidlich will pick up the personal, only her first. 13 foul against Cloud. Inbounding. Right side line as Mapasua comes up with it. Left side, she'll dribble it all the way. Ball knocked away, and it's going to be Hutchinson basketball. Referee was right over there and was blocked out. Did not see it. Schimmel kind of nonchalantly reached out, and Cloud County fans think they missed one there. Schimmel holds the ball high. Cutter Scott to get it into Mapasua. Mapasua out top. They'll work at right wing. Kramer's back in there now to Dighton, Kansas. Foul's going to be charged. This one looks like it's going to go on Hoffler. Nope, it's going to go on Scott Frame, and that is her fourth, Darren.
And that was the question I had a couple of moments ago on the Cloud County end. Will the paint get called a little bit tighter after it was called closely down on that end of the court? And the answer right now is a resounding yes.
Birkenbrack gets her out of there. Here's a drive inside by Roebuck, and foul's going to be charged. It's going to go on Myers. That'll be her third. In the act of shooting, Roebuck will shoot free throws.
I think that's one difference that the Thunderbirds enjoyed. Yeah, it was Hendrickson who hit a couple of threes, but it was the fact you had Frame in there as well, helping run this Thunderbird offense. Now with her out, see if the Blue Dragons can make a run.
Roebuck's free throw up and good. Dejanay leads all scorers with 17 points now. She will shoot another free throw.
Working on that double-double, just a couple of rebounds away from that.
Sure is. Unofficially 7. Free throws up, missing on that occasion, but the rebound cleared out by Tenney. Roebuck's there to gather in the outlet pass, and Hutchinson sets it up now. Left side, Milan Schemmel. Back out to Bradshaw. Bradshaw rolls to the right side. Back out around. Mickens. Ball cleared on the floor. Jump ball call. Possession arrow this time, though, pointing the Dragons' way. Kramer couldn't quite get it clean, and Mickens had to dive to the floor, and jump ball's called.
We have the Cloud County defenders jumping toward that ball, getting in between the defender and the basketball. And the Blue Dragons, for whatever reason, a couple of times we've seen them almost throw that ball away, not making a good pump fake before stopping that dribble.
Bradshaw has it now. We're tied at 37 with 2:02 to go in the third. The three by Bradshaw. Yes! A big three by Bradshaw from outside. She averages 7.4 a game. That's her first points of the night. 3 points for her. 40-37 Hutchinson. A minute and 48 to go in the third. Angle dribble left side. Team control foul is going to be called. Myers will pick up her fourth. And she picks that up at the 143 mark. So 2 Lady Thunderbirds. One that comes as a reserve, and that's Myers. Also Frame with 4 fouls. 40-37 Hutchinson. Milan Schemmel underneath the Bradshaw, gets position, goes up and draws a foul. Nice job of getting the pass to Bradshaw. Dave Virgilio will pick up the personal. It'll be only her second. Nice job on the pass right there by Schemmel. Risky pass, but it got there. Bradshaw to shoot a couple. Free throws up and rattles out, no good. pinballed around or rolled around the world and came out on her. She'll shoot a second one.
Yeah, one place she's had a little bit of trouble this year, just a 56% free throw shooter.
56.3. The toss by Bradshaw. This one strips the cords. She has 4, and the Dragon lead is 4 itself. 41-37, Hutchinson. Mickens will check out, so they'll protect those fouls.
Kimbrough comes back in. You mentioned Glenn here earlier in this half, or this quarter. Great job of getting to the hoop, just unable to finish so far.
Got to be able to finish. Ball outside. They'll roll it to the right wing.
There it is.
And the player control foul.
So it's that screen, and this is what the officials have keyed on since you saw Mickens do it a couple of times in the first half, and that's Cameron Collins. She's in good position behind the defender, but if you have a defender with the back turned, it's a definite no-no to throw your shoulder in at the last moment.
Can't move any way at all. So Hutchinson with the basketball. By the way, that was her second personal foul. Hutch works it outside, and the same thing this way it goes. And the foul's going to be called against Sarah Kramer. She'll pick up the personal. That'll be her first. So all of a sudden, a point of emphasis coming with the player control fouls.
Got to stay inside your body when you set those screens. If you set a blind screen where the defender has the back turned, you have to make sure to give at least that step before contact is made.
Inside a minute here in the third. A drive down low underneath basket. Good. Scoring it was Seidlich, her first basket, and it's 41-39. Cloud coming back again. Hutchinson 2-point lead. Again, Schemmel on the outside to Kramer. Back to Schemmel. Left side, Roebuck. Rolls to the right. No, left, excuse me. Kimbrough tries to go down low to her. Turnaround jumper by Kimbrough won't go. She tries to battle for the board. Loose basketball picked up by Cloud. They have an opportunity to tie here with 21 ticks left to go in the third period of play. They'll play it for 1. Shot clock is dark. Now it's down to 14. Hendrickson on the top. Let's see if she takes it or not. She rolls off the ball screen to the left wing. Dejanay Roebuck out on her. To the right side, she'll bring it. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, gets it up. Underneath they go. Wrap around, blocked out of bounds by Roebuck with 0.2 to go. Check that, Kimbrough got a hand on it. So 0.2 to go. It'll be Cloud County's basketball with 0.2 on the clock. So this has got to be a quick one. Ball comes in. A lot of stolen by the Blue Dragons, and the end of 3 is here. And Hutchinson with a slim 2-point lead at 41-39 at the end of 3. We go to the fourth quarter of play. Typical Cloud and Hutchinson ball game on the ladies' side as well as on the men's. 41-39 your score. Hutch up by 2. We go to the fourth quarter. Darren and I'll be back right after this 1-minute timeout.
We understand. You can't plan ahead for an illness or injury. Yet you'd really like same-day treatment. That's why Prairie Star offers walk-in clinic services with a responsive medical staff to care for you and your family.
Yes, we want to be your medical home.
Welcome to Prairie Star Health Center and walk-in clinic, whether you have insurance or not. 30th and K61 in Hutchinson.
When you're looking for jewelry that's one of a kind, remember Amelia Bedelia's filled with thousands of beads and stones. And with my passion for design, I can create something that's perfect for you. Amelia Bedelia's, 115 and a half South Main Street in downtown Hutchinson. Go Blue Dragons.
This is Kelly, owner of Brick House Boutique. Whether you're getting a jump start on your holiday gift buying or you're looking for the perfect outfit for yourself, come see my new selection of gorgeous, comfortable clothing that I know you'll fall in love with. That's Brick House Boutique. 117 South Main in Hutchinson. Big city chic in a downtown boutique.
Well, 41-39, Hutchinson with the 2-point lead. Cloud with the basketball as we start this fourth quarter of play. And it's going to be interesting to see how the officials call this fourth quarter, because all of a sudden player control, team control fouls started to become an emphasis, Darren.
Yeah, so it's off the ball screens. If you're going to set those up, most of those have been up around the elbows. You have to be careful not only on the blind screens, but staying within your body. And then the other part of that is the play in the paint. Some of the players, as they're getting ready to receive passes, they're posting up that entry pass before it gets there. You're seeing a lot of contact underneath. So officials got a little bit tighter in that third quarter as well.
Seems they spotted some blood on the floor or some kind of a substance. So the training staff coming out for Cloud to do the cleanup job. And they're looking around to see if now they're looking at elbows and bodies of the girls to see if there's any scratches or anything of who's.
Yeah, you've got to find the source,
You've got
right?
to find the source,
Keep
exactly.
happening if you don't
That's
find it.
the top thing of a good investigative reporter, right?
Yeah, see, you turn you turn them into CSI.
Yeah, just about. All right, with the basketball will be Cloud. Inbounding will be Pittman. So Pittman along with Hendrickson, also Hoffler, as well as Air Virgilio in that lineup. Another one is Seidlich in there as well. Blue Dragons with their normal 5, with the exception of Kimbrough, the 5 that started with Kimbrough in there for Mickens. Outside with the ball, top of the key, angle dribble. Virgilio kicks the corner right. 6 on the shot clock. Loose basketball. Bradshaw comes up with it for Hutchinson. So a Cloud County turnover. See if Hutchinson can cash in and go down low to Roebuck. She'll put it up and draw the foul. She was double-teamed in the low blocks. Take your pick, either Pittman or possibly Hendrickson, and they're going to get it on Pittman.
Such a tough place to put that basketball, and somehow Bradshaw found an opening.
Roebuck at the free throw line. Free throw toss. Rims out, no good on Dejanay Roebuck. 17 points for Nene.
Another interesting thing to point out for the Blue Dragons, what a big first half Michaela Johnson had, and we've seen Kimbrough in for her instead here in this second half.
Free throw toss is up and good by Nene Roebuck. 18 points for her. She averages 15.9, so over her average. Hutchinson lead back at 3 again at 42-39. Hutchinson had built it up to a 9-point lead and saw that go away in that third period of play. There's Seidlich, ball stolen away. Ogle will bring it down. Euro step to the lane, draws the foul. Nice job by Abby Ogle out of Baldwin City, Kansas. Virgilio. Dave Virgilio will pick up the personal. And Abby Ogle will step to the line, try to add to that Dragon lead. Free throws up and good by Ogle. Her third point of the evening. She'll shoot a second one.
Showed you defensively why she leads this team in steals.
Second one's good. Tell you what, she's smooth. Shoots the ball with good authority and strokes it nice. 44-39, the lead is 5 now for the Blue Dragons. Cloud will bring it up. Henderson bounces to the right side, out top of the key. There's Scout Frame into the ball game now, playing with 4 fouls. She gets the ball back. She's a former Kinsley Coyote. Right side, Hendrickson feeds it down to Frame. Loose ball on the baseline. She'll back it up against Ogle. Shoots and misses with Ogle on the arm. That'll put Frame at the line to shoot free throws.
That's tough for Abby. Felt like she played really great defense up until the point you have the shot, and you have to let the shooter come back down to the ground, and she backed into her a little bit too soon.
Free throws up and good by Frame. Frame with 8 points, well off her 17-point average.
It's been tough for her to get into a groove with those 4 fouls.
Free throw toss is up and good. Like you said, she only played a few minutes in the first. Cloud will take a 30-second timeout. It's a 3-point ball game at 44-41. Hutchinson with the lead will return right after this 30-second timeout.
HCC Sports is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert Epp of the Hutchinson Clinic, Barkley Plumbing, Vernon Chiropractic Center, Tim and Gina Ritter, along with Brian Strange of the Green Vision Group, Sutton Kaufman Transmission Service, Wade Patton Insurance, A&A Builders, Bold Office Shares, Mega Manufacturing, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Lowen Corporation, Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, and by Mann, Wyatt, and Rice, LLC. These Sportscaster Club members help provide funds for HCC scholarships.
Well, we wish you and yours a very happy holiday and a Merry Christmas. This will be the last Lady Blue Dragon broadcast. We've got the guys to follow here, but Darren, we want to wish all our fine listeners and fans of Blue Dragon basketball a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Girls will be in action coming up in the Holiday Classic, sponsored by the Polo Sports Bar. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. Here it's Dragon basketball, leading it by 3.
You got all your presents purchased?
Oh, no. Jumper up, missing underneath. Ogle, put back not there. Loose basketball again. This time Kimbrough comes in, and a jump ball is going to be called. It will be possession arrow Hutchinson's way. Why would you ask me that?
I just want to double check. You're talking about wishing everyone a Merry Christmas.
I'm the king of procrastinators.
Well, so am I. So I'm trying to see which one of us is worse.
I got Larry's present bought. I haven't got yours yet. Okay. Ball on the outer perimeter.
You got me the headlight cleaner.
That's right. I did. Jumper up and missing. Rebound cleared by Kimbrough. Ball comes out. Hutchinson keeps it alive. Shot clock a freshman as well. 25 on that one right now. Vanette, left side Roebuck. Knock out top now. Dribble penetration right side. Ogle wide open three on its way. Way off its mark. No good. Kimbrough put back. Nope. It won't go and the ball's knocked away. As good as Kimbrough was there tonight, it's going to go off of the Dragons out of bounds. As good as she was, really struggling tonight underneath the goal.
0 for 7, and a lot of those are bunnies right in there in the restricted area.
Out the court comes Hendricks. Right side on the outer perimeter. Angle to the left. Deep corner left side with it. That's Collins. Cloud County with the basketball. Down by only 3. Feet inside the paint. They're going to work it back out top. Dave Virgilio. Jumper by Scout Frame. Shots reject. Well, actually hit the front of the rim. It came down. Kimbrough with the rebound. Dragons will bring it down. Here's Bradshaw. Lays it up and scores it. Took it coast to coast to put it up and in.
Lazy defense left a nice lane for her on the left side.
Tia was 7 points in this second quarter of play, I believe. Ball's knocked away. It'll be Hutchinson basketball. Went off the arm of a Lady Thunderbird. Brett Erkenbrack will substitute. These two teams always go just toe-to-toe. Now, the series is owned by the Blue Dragons 42-27, but in Concordia, 20-13, that's the Dragon edge. And a timeout's going to be taken, a 30-second timeout. 7:07 to go in this fourth quarter of play. Hutch up by 5, 46-41. Will return in 30 seconds.
This is Carter File, president of Hutchinson Community College. I invite you to join us this winter as the proud tradition of Blue Dragon men's and women's basketball continues at the historic Hutchinson Sports Arena. Both teams are favorites in the tough Jayhawk Conference, so you won't want to miss any of the action. Find the schedule at BlueDragonSports.com, like us on Facebook, and follow Blue Dragon Sports on Twitter. As always, go Blue Dragons.
.641, Hutchinson up by 5. Darren, in all sincerity, Larry Stonecipher, our chief engineer on the Blue Dragon games, and Tyler Korb on the Hutch High games, and really appreciate everything that they do. I know you do as well. Here, Blue Dragons have the basketball. Important possession right here with 7 minutes remaining. Ogle underneath. She goes to Roebuck, and Roebuck threw the ball behind her. Never could get to her. Just an ill-advised pass down the low box.
It's one of those where you have a split second in the paint to get the ball to the open roll on the pick and roll, and instead of choosing the bounce pass, she chooses the chest pass and leaves her mark wide.
Yeah, she's about a foot behind her. She could have caught it in stride. It would have been an easy basket. Left side, ball knocked away. Hutchinson will have the basketball. Second opportunity right here for the Dragons.
16 turnovers now for each of these teams. Still a far cry from the 60 we had between the teams out at Neosho.
Let's not talk about that one, okay? Phil Anderson had to talk about that at Dragon Talk the other night. He wasn't too happy to talk about that, as you might imagine. Left side, Mickens, she's in there. Again, playing in foul trouble with those 3 fouls. Long 3, shot not there. Rebound cleared out by Cloud. We've been stuck on 46-41 for some time now. Dragon lead is 5. Ball comes out high. They'll drive down low, shot up and missing. Putback, though, not there. Rebound cleared. This time Roebuck comes out with it. Up the court, the Blue Dragons. Ogle drives it down, puts it up, spins up a shot, and draws the foul. Nice job by the Blue Dragons. Off the other end, Scout Frame missed a shot, and then also the putback was missed. Tell you what, Hutchinson trying to take advantage of cold Cloud shooting. 31.1% is Cloud. Hutchinson not much better, 31.3%. Free throws up and good by Ogle.
Blue Dragons have done a good job, though, in the rebounding department. Ahead by 10 in that category coming into this game. Cloud County actually had a little bit of the edge. A lot of that has to do with Scout Frame, one of this team's leading rebounders, not playing much with those 4 fouls.
Free throw was good by Ogle, makes it 48-41 Hutchinson. And Tinney checks back into the Blue Dragon lineup. Keely Tinney out of Auckland, New Zealand. 6-foot freshman out of Auckland, New Zealand. Left side, Hendrickson. She's gotten hot here lately. Jumper from outside up, missing by Cloud County, but they get the rebound. They keep it alive. Hendrickson whips it around the top of the key. Left side. Travel called on Seedlick. So the turnovers now 17-16. Cloud leading in that category. Not a category you want to lead in necessarily. The Blue Dragons will have the basketball. That will bring it up. They'll hand it off to Ogle. Vanette, right side, this time Tinney. Used up her dribble, trying to get down low to Kimbrough. Ball pops away. It's last touched out of bounds out for Cloud. Hendricks tries to change or influence the call by the official. Not the case.
Used up her dribble is a good way to describe that. We've seen that on a few possessions from Blue Dragon guards. If you just keep that dribble, you get a good look at a pass, but instead they use it up and lose the angle.
As a former guard, you know how that is. You lose a lot of things that you can still continue to do, such as drive on the opponent. There's Ogle, drives down low, kicks it back. Three-pointer by Bradshaw, high arching shot. It won't go. Cloud with the rebound, down by 7 on the Thunderbirds as we near the midway part of this fourth quarter play with 5:11 to go. Outside, top, D. Virgilio. Virgilio drives, floats one, little floater won't go. Kimbrough in and out of her hands with the foul on the floor. They whistled this one on Kimbrough, I believe.
Yeah, she goes up for the rebound with just one hand. The reason being she had Hoffler kind of spread out, spaced out beside her. She pushed her off with that offhand.
It's her second personal. Here comes the inbound. Oh, player control foul is going to go against Cloud.
D. Virgilio.
D. Virgilio picks up her fourth, and she's in foul trouble now. 3 different Cloud County Thunderbirds with 4 fouls apiece. 48-41, Hutchinson here up by 7. Tinney outside to Kimbrough. Right side Bradshaw. Backdoor play to Ogle. Basket good. What a nice thread in the needle to Ogle.
Hendrickson got caught in space and completely lost Ogle with her back turned.
So 50-41, the lead back at 9 again. The drive down low, shot not good. Nice job by Hoffler. The foul called on Kimbrough in the N1 coming the way of Hoffler. Kimbrough picks up her third. That's one of those don't do it, and you shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about her, and then with Fred Othiambo for the men, you have the height. You're much taller than most of the other players you go against. You have that position in between the offensive player and the basket. Just be tall like a tree. Instead, when she swipes, that's where she gets called for the contact.
Free throw toss is up and good as Hoffler makes her pay, that is. Hoffler now with 14 points. She's perfect from the foul stripe, 4 for 4. 50-44, the lead is cut to 6. It was just 9 seconds ago. 4:14 to go. Hutch needs good possessions here. Ogle all the way over to Bradshaw, just about mishandled it. Brings it back out on the dribble with 10 on the shot clock. Vanette rolls to the right side, drives, tried to knife in between 2 players. Jump ball called. Possession error will point the way of the Cloud County Thunderbirds. They trail it by 6.
Good job by Hendrickson with those quick hands at 5'3" just to tie that one up.
Slid over, cut off her route to the baseline, and a timeout's going to be taken by Brett Erkenbrack. Timeout's going to be taken. It'll be a 30-second variety. 50-44. Hutchinson lead is 6. Cloud County basketball will return in 30 seconds.
ARCAT is now part of a regional transportation partnership with Sedgwick County Transportation and Wichita Transit. We are working together to provide rides to Wichita and back on Tuesdays. Wichita Transit has fixed route and paratransit service available within the city. Round trip costs range between $19 and $27. Advanced registration with ARCAT is required. ARCAT is first come, first served general public transportation. Call 694-2913 for details.
We're going to listen to Blue Dragon basketball on Country 102.9 KHUT in Hutchinson, as well as KWBW 1450 AM and 98.5 FM. Also in Hutchinson. Inbounding will be Cloud County. Down by 6 with just under 4 to go in a contest. Ooh, just about an over and back, but the Hendrickson straddled the line right as she caught the ball. Right side, now she goes to the left, off the pick. Out top now. Here's Scout Frame. She'll drive in. Blocking foul called. Boy, howdy. Ogle thought she was set. And a blocking foul. Phil Anderson sits back and just puts his hands behind her head. Ogle will pick up her second. That was so close to being a charge, which would have been Scout Frame's final.
You can't be in much better position than
No,
that.
you cannot. Maybe we're moving a little bit. Ball comes out to Hendrickson. She'll drive to the right. Dejanay Roebuck out to defend on her. Now with 3:34 to go, right side. They'll lob it inside. Down low underneath Hoffler. Back out top. Nice ball movement. Go inside the Frame. Corner left. Three on its way. Rimming off. No good. Rebound cleared by Cloud as Hoffler came out. Dragons standing around, and a foul on Ogle will be her third. And more importantly, that will put Cloud at the line with the clock stop with 3:15 to go. It's one of the things you don't want to do, Darren, is foul and stop the clock late in a tight ball game, even though it's a 6-point lead.
Well, and you send Cloud County's best player to the line, and Hoffler, who now has 8 double-doubles on the season.
14 points for her. She averages 13.8, so right at her average. Free throws up and good. That's the lead to 5. 50-45. Hutchinson lead is trimmed a little bit. See if they put players in to put the Blue Dragons at the line or not. Shot up missing. Roebuck with the rebound. So a 5-point ball game with 3:12 to go. You got to do two things. You got to use a little clock. Timeout's going to be taken by John Andrus. They're probably going to talk that over right now. With 3:08 to go, Hutchinson up by 5, but has the basketball. Darren Dunn and I will return to Concordia right after this 30-second timeout.
No time to fix breakfast? Just call us at Anchor Away 662-3100 and we'll have it ready for you. Choose from our selection of breakfast burritos, biscuits, or one of our 5 different complete breakfast plates. Breakfast from 7 to 10:30, Monday through Saturday. If you missed us for breakfast, we're here for lunch and dinner too. Pick up your favorite Mexican dinner or take some home for the family. We're open till 9. That's Anchor Away, drive-through, carry-out, and catering under the water tower at B & Adams in Hutchinson, 662-3100.
Well, 3:08 remaining to go in the contest. Hutchinson with a 5-point lead, but with the basketball. And kind of an important situation here is Hutchinson, number one, you got to take care of the basketball. You got to take a little time off the clock. Get a good shot. I think if you're Cloud County, you're going to start to think about who are you going to foul and send to the line. For the Blue Dragons, they will inbound. Right in front of us, Ogle to key the inbounds pass. Comes into Bradshaw out high. Left side, Ogle's thrown away. Coming up with it will be Cloud. He'll drive it all the way down. Collins shoots it on his way and hits it. Collins with the basket. Her 7th point of the contest. And it's a 3-point ball game at 50-47 with 2:48 to go.
One of the worst things you can have happen coming out of your own timeout.
Bradshaw backs in, foul called, hand check foul. So there's one we probably talked about, although it's a good free throw shooter. Other than you mentioned it earlier, struggling a little bit. She's at 56% on the year. Bradshaw will shoot 2 here with 2:42 to go. So that's what Brett Erkenbrack talked about in his timeout, was who are you going to foul. Free throw toss is up and good by Bradshaw.
In fact, when you asked your question, I didn't say it out loud, but Bradshaw would have been the one I would have picked because you mentioned it right there. Just on the season has struggled.
Free throw toss up and good. So Bradshaw made him pay as she hit both free throws. She has 9 points. And it's back to 52-47, the lead back at 5. Everybody else, pretty good free throw shooters. Schemmel possibly, she's at 58% for the season. Left side 3 on its way, no good by Hendricks. Rebound, Dejanay Roebuck. Clock's at 2:28, and Cloukin ticking away with 52-47, your lead for the Blue Dragons, trying to go to 12-0 on the young season.
Roebuck now has a double-double.
Outside, there's Bradshaw. She'll roll to the left. Collins out on her. Back to Ogle. Ogle to the top, to the free throw line, kicks it right. Kramer inside to Kimbrough. Head fake, goes up, scores it! Kimbrough scored when she needed to. Her first basket after missing a bunch, and gives the Dragons the 54-47 lead. Just under 2 to go now. Hutchinson trying to knock off the Lady Thunderbirds. Collins with the 3. It misses. Out of bounds it goes. It'll be Hutchinson basketball with 1:50 to go in the contest. Hutchinson leading it, 54-47. Lady Dragons basketball as Arnett checks back in the lineup. She's out of St. Paul, Minnesota. She will check in, and she's a deadly three-point shooter, good free throw shooter as well. Vanette, 65.6%. Here's Bradshaw. She'll roll to the right outside to Roebuck, to Kimbrough. Here's Vanette wide open underneath. There's Roebuck. She'll put it up and score it. Nice shot by Roebuck. Got position, and Darren, that's half of it, isn't it? It's getting the position inside.
Well, especially against Frame, who cannot foul.
20 points to double-double, as Darren indicated, for Desjardins. Roebuck, ball knocked away. Cloud will have it with 23 ticks left to go on the shot clock, 1:25 on the game clock.
Let's go back to the other possession. You mentioned how Kimbrough missed 7 shots to start this one. Kind of a tough position she put herself in to finish that last one.
There's the steal. Here's Ogle. Ogle on the sprint dribble out. She'll lay it up on the left side and gets it. Ogle with the steal and the basket. She has 10 and the Blue Dragon lead back to 58-47. Again, a 9-point Hutchinson lead, this time with 1:09 to go. Is there enough time for Cloud to come back? They'll roll right side. They got to put up some quick shots. They go down low. Ball blocked by Kimbrough, but back in the hand. Shot, a jumper up and good by Hafler underneath, and a timeout's going to be taken. Or is
Hoffler came away limping from that one.
Yep, she sure did.
And Bradshaw came away as well and might have knocked knees.
Bradshaw's going to check out. Vanette checks in for Kramer. Ogle will also stay into the ball game. 58.7 to go. Hutchinson 58-49 with the lead. Seconds ago, Hutchinson had their largest lead. They had all game long at 11. Timeout's going to be taken. There's one of your fulls. A full 1-minute break coming your way. We have just less than 1 minute left to go in the ball game. 58.7 to go. Hutch up 58-49. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Next Tech Wireless has plans for every lifestyle, including our new and improved Advanced Pay Plan. Get the nationwide coverage and data you want without a commitment. Plans start at $30 per month, and you can get unlimited everything for as low as $35 per month. Activate a new Advanced Pay Plan and receive a free Moto G4 Play. Or receive your first month free when you purchase a new phone or bring your own phone. 'Tis the season for savings. Visit Next Tech Wireless today. Certain restrictions apply.
Hi, Brian Bobo, General Manager at Midwest Superstores. In the month of December, we will be partnering with the Hutchinson branch of Toys for Tots. We will be collecting new and unwrapped toys. We will begin collecting Monday, December the 10th through Saturday, December the 15th. For each donation, we will enter that person into a drawing for some great prizes. So please join us in supporting your local Toys for Tots and come see us at 1100 East 30th or online at MidwestSuperstore.com.
Welcome back to Concordia. Blue Dragons with less than a minute left lead the Thunderbirds by 9.
Nice job by Hutchinson to get that lead back at the right time. Got that little run. We'll have a little news for you at break, and there's a foul away from the play. It's going to take place. This one will be against Cloud County. We'll have a little news in between games for you when we get set for the guys. Collins picks up her third. And Hutchinson will put Vanette at the line to shoot free throws. She has not been there yet this evening. Respectable free throw shooter, 65.6%. Free throw toss is up and good. Vanette with her first point. Those are first points second quarter, I believe it is.
Yeah, she had 3 3-pointers in the first half, but only one of them that actually counted. Other 2 came away off those illegal screens.
Vanette gets set. Kramer will come in for her, and she does. And now they're also going to get Kimbrough back into the lineup. 60-49, lead back at 11 again with 58.4 to go for the Blue Dragons of Hutchinson, Cloud County basketball.
Dragons shooting well from the free throw line. Have only missed 5 tonight as a team.
Up the court comes Hendrickson. Looks to the right side. Finds the seam. Goes down low. Loose basketball. Pops out into the hands of Desjardins Roebuck. And Roebuck will give it off to Bradshaw. No, bring it up. 46 seconds remaining to go. Outside drive. And heard Brett Erkenbrack saying, do not foul. So he's pulling off the Dogs right here as Bradshaw rolls to her left side. Shot clock at 11. Bradshaw rolls right, bounces inside, jump ball called, and the possession will be Hutchinson's way. So with 6 ticks left on the shot clock, 25 on the game clock, Hutchinson will have the basketball. Shout out very quick to Johnson County Athletic Director Randy Stang. Going to be meeting with he and his wife on Friday night as my wife and I travel up to Kansas City. Communicated and is listening tonight as well. Johnson County with a big win as well this week. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. 25.9 seconds to go in the ball game. Hutchinson has this one in the bag. They lead at 60-49. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
At Strategic Financial Concepts, we realize that your essential income during retirement should be accessible, efficient, reliable, predictable, and protected from uncertainties. There may be more to be gained by avoiding losses than by picking apparent winners. When it comes to your finances, our lives are governed by cash flow and not the accumulation of assets. This is Jay Pitzer, and I'd love to have a cup of coffee and a conversation with you. Call 9600749. Securities offered through the ON Equity Sales Company, member FINRA, SIPC, investment advisory services offered through ON Investment Management Company.
Darren, it's ugly sweater not here tonight. We didn't wear ours.
We did not get that memo. I got a few I could have broken out.
I bet you do. I bet you got some leftover ugly sweaters.
Which ones do you think they're for? If you had to pick the sports teams,
I got a feeling they're KU ugly sweaters probably.
You know, I don't know if I do have one of those. I have a Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'll tell you
okay,
that.
all right. 60-49 here. Hutchinson with the lead to feed into Kimbrough. Out of bounds at Sales. And it'll go over to Cloud County. So Cloud will have the basketball with 24 ticks left on the clock. Hutchinson's going to go and roll their record to 12-0 on a Christmas break. And they'll come back and play in their own classic. It'll be coming up in late December. Jumper up, missing, rebound cleared. Hutchinson comes up with the basketball, and Cloud will let them bring it up. 13 seconds. It's pretty well going to do it. And they call palming. They call palming on Bradshaw. And the ball will go back over to Cloud.
You want to know the theory on that one?
What is that?
If you call it in the first 2 seconds of the game, you got to call it in the last 2.
Yeah.
They had that palming earlier on the Thunderbirds.
Hendrickson will bring it up. He's got a kick out. But there's a steal by Ogle. Ogle will bring it up. She'll pull it back and peel it off. And John says that's good enough. And that's your final score. Your score for the Blue Dragons, they win at 60-49. Over Cloud County Thunderbirds. 60-49 your final. Blue Dragons go undefeated in the first semester of basketball. They'll return on the December 28th, 29th at home in the Holiday Classic sponsored by Polo Sports Bar and Grill. Iowa Western will be their opponent on the 28th. And on the 29th, they'll play Ellsworth, Iowa on the 29th. That's our 6 o'clock and 3 o'clock respectively. We will take a 2-minute timeout. Get 7 to Medicine Shop post-game capsule brought to you by the Little White Castle at 14th and Main. Your final, Hutchinson 60, Lady Cloud County Thunderbirds 49. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Basketballs are bouncing and crowds are cheering. Your best